Hey there, welcome to the Legal Influence Podcast. My name is Kate Cooper. If you're joining me for the first time, I'm a Colorado attorney and an outdoor content creator, and I started the Legal Influence to provide accessible legal education and resources to other content creators so they can build thriving businesses and get paid what they're worth. In today's episode, we're going to talk business, specifically thinking about your business beyond brand deals. But before I dive in, as always, I have to provide some quick disclaimers. Today, we're going to be talking about business topics in general. I'm not really going to be sharing much legal information, but just as a reminder, nothing that I share should be considered legal advice. Everything is for informational and educational purposes only. While I am an attorney, I am not your attorney, and listening to this episode does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and I. So, as I mentioned, today I want to talk about your business and what your bigger or long-term plans look like beyond brand deals. Now, I'm a huge supporter of doing brand deals, whether that's an influencer campaign or a UGC campaign or some other type of content creation campaign. I think they're a great way to monetize your influence and your online presence and your content creation skills. Brand deals also have a lot of potential to pay very lucratively. Obviously, that's going to depend on a lot of factors, including the brand that you're working with, but influencers can easily make thousands or tens of thousands of dollars from a single brand deal. There's a lot of opportunity that's out there. And if you're hungry and willing to go after it and pitch yourself and negotiate, you can make very good money as an influencer or content creator, as I'm sure you already know if you're here. But unless you're a brand photographer or a videographer specifically, like you want to work with brands as your primary client, as your long-term career, there's probably going to be a lifespan for consistent brand deals, especially for influencers. And that lifespan will vary from creator to creator. Even within the span of one person's influencer career, there may be peaks and valleys when it comes to the brand deals coming in. So while I think that brand deals are a fantastic stream of income, they aren't always going to be consistent or reliable. And I think that a lot of influencers in particular need to think bigger when it comes to how you're monetizing online, especially if you want to build a sustainable business and brand for the long haul. So the goal of this episode isn't to create an entire business plan from scratch. This is just meant to start getting your wheels turning when it comes to what your big long-term vision is for your influencer or creator business. And this is something that I've talked a lot about in the past. One of the really cool things about this burgeoning industry is that there's no singular way to be successful. You really get to choose your own adventure. There are so many different ways that you can leverage your skills, your influence, and your passions into a successful business. And before I start diving into the different ways you can potentially monetize or grow your influencer or content creator business, I want to acknowledge that we're in a time where things are changing and evolving rapidly, especially when it comes to technology and new industries that have come out of that technology, like social media. You know, the idea of being hired as talent to promote a brand isn't new, but in the past, you typically saw celebrities making those types of endorsements. And now with social media, anyone can be an influencer. And the way that the influencer and creator space looks today in 2024 is totally different than it looked 10 years ago. It's much easier to monetize content today, especially on certain platforms. Paid brand deals are the norm now, for the most part. It's easier to grow a following now, even if it doesn't always feel that way, especially if you are someone who's been around the block for a long time. So I think it's important to be nimble and flexible when it comes to what you're doing and how you're showing up. I can think of a lot of influencers I followed who were crushing it when it came to brand deals back in like 2018, 2019, even into 2020 during that period of uncertainty. But once Reels really took hold in 2021 and 2022, these creators didn't adapt and pivot, and now they're not doing brand deals anymore. And the last time I went through the accounts I was following, I noticed quite a few people who hadn't even posted in a couple of years. And again, these were creators who were working with big brands back in the day, and then it just stopped. And here's the thing, I'm sure those creators had reasons why they didn't want to start making reels. And I don't want you to necessarily feel beholden to a platform's algorithm. I think you need to put your energy where it's going to be best served, whether that's creating reels or writing blog posts or taking photographs or doing a podcast like this. And if there's something you don't like, you don't have to do it. At the end of the day, you can't do everything. So it's okay to pick and choose the platforms you're on and how you're showing up. But again, if you want long-term success as an influencer or creator, I think it's important to be willing to be flexible and adapt to changing times. Like, who knows what the influencer or social media landscape will look like in 10 years? Like, we could all be lost in the metaverse. Maybe the top influencers won't even be real. They'll just be AI. I hope that's not the case, but things are going to continue changing rapidly. So don't feel like your long-term vision needs to be this big thing that is totally set in stone. I want you to feel free to continue to evolve your business over time. So let's talk about some of the ways that you can make money and diversify your streams of income beyond brand deals as an influencer or content creator. So the first way is to monetize your content directly. And that's either going to be getting paid by a social media platform like YouTube Partner Earnings or the TikTok Creativity Program or Instagram Reels bonuses, which are officially in full swing again. I was actually invited to the New Year bonus back in the middle of February, and I've now gone through 3 rounds of the new bonus program. So I can say that it definitely does not pay as well as the old bonus program back in 2022 into early 2023. So almost immediately after I joined the first bonus back in February, I had a reel go mega viral. It's up to 19 million views now on Instagram, which is by far my most viral video of all time. But during that first month, it had over 6 million qualifying views. And I made, drumroll please, about $400. In contrast, back in 2022, I had a reel get somewhere between 1 to 2 million views at the time during a bonus program. And I think I made somewhere between $500 and $600. So I made a little bit more, but with much fewer views. And then since that viral video back in February, my reach has just been awful, like I'm sure a lot of creators out there are feeling. And so I've made $45 and $25 from my March and April bonuses. So Reels bonuses are not a revenue stream I would depend upon, but it is, it's better than nothing. But something like the YouTube Partner Program can provide solid, consistent revenue just for sharing your content. Obviously, to make significant money, you're going to have the views necessary to support that. YouTube specifically is definitely a long game strategy, but if you really enjoy long form video content and that's where you want to put your energy, monetizing your channel could definitely be part of your long-term business vision. Now, the other way to get paid for your content beyond traditional brand deals is by running ads. And this is probably going to look like ads on a website or your blog, but it could also include podcast ads. And I'm not talking about podcast brand partnerships where the host is making a sponsored call out for a brand. I'm talking about networks that run like actual commercial ads during podcasts, similar to a radio commercial. So you're basically giving up your real estate to another business to allow them to advertise there. And again, relying on ads as a stream of income in your business is going to be a numbers game. When it comes to running ads on a blog, a lot of the better ad networks that are out there require a certain number of views or sessions. And then to actually make significant income, you have to have significant traffic coming in consistently. So again, this is something that might be part of your long-term strategy if you're not there yet. Personally, ads are one of my big goals as a creator. I love blogging. It's something I can see myself continuing to do long-term. So I invest a lot of my time there now to grow that snowball of traffic. But right now I have about 10,000 page views a month. So I'm not running ads quite yet, although I hope to start soon. But I make some money on my blog from affiliate marketing, which is the next stream of income I'm going to talk about. So let's get clear on what I'm talking about when I say affiliate marketing. because there is a difference between participating in an affiliate program and having an affiliate-based partnership. It's become really common for brands to reach out to creators for quote unquote paid partnerships when in reality they're only paying the creator in commission on affiliate sales in exchange for posting on social media and oftentimes giving the brand usage rights to the creator's content. An affiliate commission is not a substitute for payment for content creation services. So in general, I'm not a fan of those types of partnership offers, especially if it's not even a brand that you've ever heard of or used. The types of affiliate programs that I think are beneficial are platforms and programs that allow creators and bloggers to get links to the products that they share organically. So, for example, as an outdoor blogger, I often include packing lists in my posts where I link to certain products. So I use affiliate links in those posts. So if someone purchases that product based on my recommendation, I get a small commission from it. And that's a win-win-win situation for me, for the brand, and for the reader who now has a product that will hopefully benefit them. And I have no obligation to share about that brand or that product. And that's what sets this apart from those bad affiliate partnership offers I was just discussing. So there are a lot of different affiliate platforms out there these days. Like To Know It is one that's very popular amongst influencers and bloggers. It's actually the platform that I've earned the most from, and that's because there's just so many different brands on there. You can really find links for practically anything. And a lot of the brands that are on there have pretty decent commission rates. Amazon's affiliate program is another program that's very popular. And that's obviously one website, one platform, but you have access to any brand that sells on Amazon. And then if there's a specific brand out there that you love and you talk about constantly that isn't on one of those bigger platforms, then chances are they have their own affiliate program. So check the brand's website to find out how you can join that program. And keep in mind, all of these different affiliate programs do require approval. And there's also going to be some strategy that goes into choosing the best affiliate program for you. For example, again, as an outdoor blogger, I typically share affiliate links for REI, but in the past, I've shared affiliate links for Backcountry because Backcountry is listed on Like to Know It, so it was super easy to get links. They have a really high commission rate, but I noticed that even though people were clicking through to products, people weren't purchasing from Backcountry. And then once I got accepted into REI's affiliate program and started swapping some of those links out, people were actually purchasing from REI links. Even though the commission was less, I was still making more in affiliate commission overall because people were actually converting. So that's something to consider. There's also legal considerations to keep in mind when it comes to sharing affiliate links. Spoiler, you need to provide proper disclosures, but I'm probably going to do a more in-depth episode on affiliate marketing in general just to talk more about that. So moving on, another stream of income you can add as an influencer or creator is selling your own products or services to your audience. And this is where the sky is truly the limit and what I think you should be focused on when it comes to your long-term business vision. Because at the end of the day, a successful business needs to sell something. And you can sell your content and rent out your social media or blog real estate, but you're ultimately promoting other businesses. So coming up with a product or a signature service that you offer is how you build a strong foundation for a sustainable business. So you can create a product line, a physical product line. You can sell ebooks. You can sell online courses that share your expertise on a specific topic. You can offer coaching or trip planning or blog writing or photography services. You've got a lot of options here when it comes to what you sell and how you develop your business. And the right product or service for you is going to depend on what your audience wants, what the market needs, what your expertise is, how much time you have, the amount of capital you have to invest in if you want to go down the path of developing a physical product. So this is the time to get creative and think big about what you want your business and brand to be known for long term. And for most creators, you're probably going to start with a service or a product like an ebook or a digital product that you sell on your website. Maybe that's something like a recipe ebook. Maybe it's a cleaning schedule template. It doesn't necessarily have to be some big, expensive thing that takes months to create. For example, I sell contract templates on my website, but it's something of your own. That's your intellectual property, and you can begin offering it to your audience, whether you're promoting it on social media or linking it in your blog post to drive traffic. And if your long-term vision does involve a physical product, like for example, you want to make the most delicious, high-protein granola bars that remind you of summer camp, but you're a few years out from actually making that happen. In addition to getting those financial ducks in a row that you need to kind of create and launch that product, how can you start priming your audience now and bring them along with you along that journey as you develop that part of your business? So before I wrap things up, I do want to note that while the sky's the limit when it comes to offering products or services, you're also going to have unique legal considerations depending on what you're doing, just like brand deals have their own unique legal considerations. And that can include things like getting client contracts, getting insurance, collecting sales tax, or having terms of purchase that your customers have to agree to online. And I'm not going to get too deep into that right now. Again, different offers have different legal considerations. That's why when lawyers say every business is unique and has unique business and legal needs, they mean it. But anytime you're branching out and doing something new in business, you should look into those legal considerations if you're not working directly with your own attorney. So I hope that got your wheels turning today when it comes to thinking about your business long term. Thanks so much for listening to the Legal Influence podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would love for you to do me a favor and leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. And if you know any influencers or content creators who would benefit from this episode, please send it on to them. Talk to you soon.